Does anyone ever actually get any younger? She asked, more to herself than to Gerald. If that really did happen, I'd be a wee cub and you'd be nothing but a tiny baby. She giggled at the thought and chewed some more bamboo. I hope the zoo aren't thinking of moving me on, unless... The stalk fell from her mouth as she was struck by a sudden idea. Unless it's to care for a family. I should so love to be a nanny with a bag, a hat and an umbrella, just like Mary Poppins. Do you think I'll ever get the chance? Eh? Gerald wheezed. A nanny? Who's ever heard of a nanny panda? A nanny goat, maybe. He gave a gruff sort of laugh. Your head's full of mince, wee lassie. Gerald reached over and tickled her behind the ears. Pudding had no idea what he was talking about. How could someone's head be full of mince? And if goats could be nannies, why couldn't she? Beep, beep. Oh, this new watch of mine, Gerald growled irritably. Pudding peered at the gadget on his wrist. It was very smart, black and shiny, with a rectangular face. Black was Pudding's favourite colour. Her second favourite was white. The bosses had given the watch to Gerald for working at the zoo for 60 years, 3 times a panda's lifetime. Beep, beep, beep. Will you stop? Gerald muttered again. Sorry, said Pudding. Did I say something wrong? Gerald laughed. Not you, soft lass. This blithering watch, sending me messages, telling me how to take care of you, when to feed you, as if I didn't ken after 60 years. He sucked his teeth in annoyance. Try not to be cross, Gerald. Pudding patted his hand. It's not good for you. You're a wee sweetie. He smiled at her, which makes this all the harder to say. Beep, 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 beep. Gah, stupid thing, Gerald cried, tugging his watch off. I don't think your watch is listening, Gerald, Pudding said, trying to be helpful. Beep! Gerald's eyebrows became one long caterpillar frown. He stuffed the watch carelessly into his pocket. Why don't you just read whatever it's telling you, Gerald? It might be an important message, Pudding said. That's nothing, Gerald faltered. Nothing that can't wait. Now, how about you tuck into your tea, and I'll get you some clean, fresh bedding. Pudding knew that in spite of Gerald's complaints, his watch had proved useful from time to time. There had been that incident with Larry, the blue-bottomed baboon, for example, who had stowed away with a man in a van. Thanks to the tracking device on Larry's right foot and the Find My Ape app on Gerald's watch, the keeper had been first on the scene. Pudding shook her head. Humans could be such dafties. Anyway, whatever the zoo was worried about, that was Gerald's problem. Pudding had a show to practice, and, as everyone knows, practice makes practically perfect. Tomorrow, Gerald, will be my best. She raised a paw above her head. My most exciting. She turned her feet to 3 o'clock. Most wonderful. She looked skywards and hitched up an imaginary skirt. Panda show ever. That's right, lass, Gerald mumbled. He hung his head. You make it your best show, because it may be your last. Pudding stopped in mid-dance and stared at him. I beg your pardon. What do you mean? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, pipe down. I can see you're upset, Gerald, but there's really no need to be rude. Her keeper was behaving very strangely, Pudding thought. I wasn't shouting at you, Hen. It's my watch, and those bossy bosses trying to tell me my job. He was gabbling now. If they'd let me set up the adoption scheme sooner,